never. I've got to clean this. Shit. Oh, we're not gonna get rid of that one yet, because we can still burn that. Do, 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 do. Oh, there's a flea comb. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. You know what, can we... Hang on, I've really got to clean my incense burner, but I hasn't got to time for that right now. I didn't realize it was quite that full of shit. Okay. Come on. Good job. These matches are shit. Put that one in the water since it didn't light. Ah! Almost set the box on fire. That's not good. Not good at all. Keep an eye on that. Make sure nothing silly happens. All right. Okay, we've got things and stuff that we need to do today. So, hopefully the audio's working. Sorry, my nails are pissing me off. I got them all nice and cleaned up underneath, and then I was like, oh, I need to pull the clay out of the box. And the clay was being a little cranky about separating, so the clay is over here. And now I've got the clay under my nails, and it's driving me crazy. Alright. So, we've decided that we're going to do Christmas ornaments for people, for my parental units. Excuse me. Just as I go live, my sinuses are like, no, we're going to drain. I'm like, no. We have to do the talking, and we can't. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold on one second. Okay, let's try that. Sorry, I had to blow my nose real quick. Okay, so since we decided to do the ornaments, I have the thing for my mom's already. I didn't have a template for my dad's, and I'm not good enough to try to eyeball this out on clay, no less, because I don't work with clay all that much. It's very rare that I work with clay. But we're gonna try this. And we're going to try to make a template or sort of a stencil. Right now, I'm just kind of going to worry about the outside edge. Anything that would touch the outside edge of the clay. I'm just making this a little bit darker so I can see it a little bit better. in my shaky ass hands. It doesn't help that the surface I'm tracing this on is textured, so it's making it a little bit bumpy, but a lot of that is my shaky ass hands. So we're gonna go around the outside edge. My dad used to race hydroplane boats in like the amateur league some time ago up in the Northeast division. I think once in a while he might have gone to Florida, but most of the time he was up in like the Pennsylvania, something like the Pennsylvania, Maryland, South Jersey area. So I figured, why not try to get him, or try to make him some little hydroplane boat ornaments. They have a little Christmas tree that they keep up year round, and I was just did not know what the fuck to give him, so everything else, like material that we've gotten him, he's not used. Like, we got him a little putter set with like things that he can put into. He never really touched that. We got him his RC car the one year. He played with that a little bit, but he hasn't been up to going outside, or hasn't mentioned wanting to take it outside, so we even bought little hula hoops to try to make an obstacle course to cut in half, to make like little archways to drive through in the backyard, but he never wanted to take it out, so, or wasn't up to taking it out. I don't know which. And so come Christmas, we try to, well, I try to at least make him something. We'll see how that ends up turning out. Russell ordered him a mug. We were originally gonna try to get this really old photo from probably the 70s, based on how fuzzy it was. Blurry, it was just fuzzy because of the quality of the camera and the film it was developed on. We're gonna try to put that on a mug, but that didn't work out. The picture was so old and so low def that it didn't.
Oh, that's what you're doing today. Just curious.
They know to treat my dough with care, moving it in and out of the microwave, right?
Your mom's probably doing all the handling, so I'm sure it's fine.
Okay. Alright, so I need to, oh, that's actually a perfect size. I grabbed a piece of cardboard out of our recycling. This is just like the divider between the large case of soda, that like sits in between the top and the bottom. You could use cereal box, whatever. I just needed something that was a little bit more sturdy than a piece of printer paper, and this is a little bit sturdy. It's not super thick, so I can still cut it, but
I have something to share with you that your audience may or may not care about. Apparently Momo was out in the dining room looking for a place to go, and your mom happened to go out there, and he got up and put his feet on her knees to give her a kiss. So he feels well enough to at least give her kisses. Isn't that right, buddy?
Did she coax him to do this?
No,
or?
he just walked up and did it. Isn't that right? Oh, isn't that right?
I can't find my tape.
Oh, kisses, thank you. Tape. What kind of tape?
My blue painter's tape.
Oh, I have no idea on that, hon.
Like, it was right here. I thought.
I have not seen it, so I don't really know.
Alright, well then can I have a piece of packing tape then? It doesn't have to
how
be.
about electrical tape?
It needs to be clear. I need to see through it. I thought the tape gun's in front of the crab tank.
Ah, yes. Here you go, dearest.
Thank you. Oh, my sinuses. Why do you want to drain now? Probably because it's the first time I'm really talking any extent today. Sorry about the tape gun noise. This is how we stencil, getting my hair in there and everything. Well, template, really, not really a stencil.
That just makes it more authentic.
Sorry, I'm not expecting this white, our white base to stay. It's just, this is the easiest way I can do it to keep it from sliding around. I'm just using one of my clay tools that I picked up as like a little squeegee, just trying to get the air bubbles out, make sure that guy's as flat as he can be. Pretty good. Alright, so let's cut the excess off. So this is the other side of the board that we've been working on, so I've got one side for painting on and the other side I use for clay. So we're probably gonna cut this off in chunks and then worry about the details when we've got less stuff to fuss about. So like right here, since we've got a large arc, so don't fuck it up, I'm just gonna do some little slices coming up to the edge. So that way, in theory, although because of the tape it's probably not gonna drop off, but at least it will let us turn a little bit easier. Now, an X-Acto knife might be a little bit easier. But I don't think I have a blade sharp enough. And I'm not 100% sure where it is. It's either in my desk drawer or in the stuff next to me, but I didn't want to go digging for it, so that's okay. Sorry, we got started a little bit late. Mother-in-law ended up coming back. So, and I had to get dinner started, so that way I don't have to wait until midnight to eat dinner. My chair is making weird noises. I'm not sure why. Although the hydraulic thingy for the chair to go up and down didn't lock into the bottom of the chair, I don't think. It just kind of sat on top of it. Unless my weight locked it into place, I don't know. But there was no, like, actual attachment in the instructions. It's like, oh, just do this, and then you're good to go. And it's like, okay. I hope you're right. I don't want to be on the floor. Alright, so... let's see if I can get this apart here. So, I mean, this is definitely a lot sturdier. A, with the tape on it, and B, with the cardboard under there. So, because I mean, there is a little bit of I don't know if it's like oil, but there's something in the polymer clay that like just kind of seeps through paper, like if you had spilled something greasy on it. So I figure, you know, if we're gonna do a couple of these, after the first one, we might be severely compromising the integrity of the paper even more. So my hands are so tense on the scissors because I'm trying not to fuck up. And even though my fingers are kind of fat, they're rather bony in places. Alright, that's not too bad. Put our mess to the side for later. Alright, and the back's kind of shiny, so I think we'll be okay with that. Alright, so I haven't pre-conditioned this clay yet, so it might take a minute of working it. Although for it being a little bit crumbly when I first pulled it out of the box, it's coming back to life pretty good there. So I'm sure my hand's gonna be pissed off about this later, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? So I don't have a pasta machine to run it through, so if I did clay on a more daily basis and did it more seriously, I would think about getting one, but it would probably be a lot cheaper to get it through through like a cooking department than it would to get it out of the clay department in a craft store, although I don't know. I could be wrong. I guess it depends on how simple you go. One second. My eye chose at that moment. I made the mistake of stepping outside for a second, and it's windy again, so not too windy, but it is a little windy. Alright, so this isn't taking too long to come up together. Now, I did get a new sealer. I had mentioned before that I was going to... What's up? Oh, I have emote only on. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's why I did that. I wasn't sure if that was intentional.
No, I forgot. I forgot to turn it off. I knew I was forgetting to do something. Sorry about that, guys. Although I'm surprised it let you type, but you're a mod, so that might be why. Oh, I still need to get the husband to make the George the Aloe Plant emote. Alright, so I'm trying to get enough of this worked in to itself. Oh, that hurt, actually. Ow. Okay, that was not happy. Alright. My hand's not as good as I thought it was. I had a good night with it, but then I had to pick up some things earlier, and That didn't make it happy. Alright, like I don't want to go too thin, but see that? I don't know. Is that too thin? I don't know how thick 1/4 inch is, to be perfectly honest. That might be too thin. But I don't want it too thick, you know, because then, oh, you're coming off of your cardboard. Don't do that. Oh, hungry tummy. There'll be another tape noise here, so sorry. I don't want it to be too heavy. I don't want it to... Oh, that was weird. Because, you know, it's going on a small Christmas tree. They've got a little tiny one in their room. This probably isn't gonna stick for shit, but I just don't want to lose our piece here. Probably should have did this before we started, before I got the clay residue on my fingers. But, yeah, I don't know. Should that be a little bit thicker? Maybe. Because, you know, I'm just thinking if it falls and it's that thin, is it gonna break? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll go just a little bit thicker. We'll work that piece in there. And I might need to actually pull some more clay out of the box when it comes time to do my mom's. And that's fine. Like, I'm not using this for anything else. I had started to say I had gotten the clay originally to do some test pins and magnets for the shop. The test magnets, the sealant I used 2 different ones. I tried Mod Podge, and it made it sticky. And I was like, ew, this is gross. I can't work with this. And then I tried a different brush-on acrylic sealer that I had. And that was weird. It dried with like wrinkles in it and weird divots. And then like it didn't dry flat at all or smooth. And then this rolling pin I keep just for clay, just so you know, just want to put that out there. I didn't want to buy the clear acrylic one specifically for the clay when I don't use clay that much, because I'm a cheap bastard. So I'm getting all kinds of animal fuzz and shit in this. And like it not only did it do that, I could touch it and it was leaving my fingerprints in it, and I was like, what? I was like, no, this is no good. So I kind of scrapped that project or idea for now, or for then. I was reading a blog where this person, kind of just right on the edge there, isn't it? Where this person had tested different sealers that said they would work on clay or polymer clay to see how well they were actually gonna work on the clay. And her findings were interesting. The one I got is supposed to work fairly well on the clay. We'll see. Oh, I should have I should have grabbed a piece of parchment. Sweetie, can you do me the biggest favor in the world?
What?
There was a metal cookie sheet in the dining room that had like a red bottom to it, I think.
I remember it. Don't know if we still have it.
I think it's still there. Could you possibly grab that for me and a piece of parchment paper on top of it?
Okay. I don't know if we still have it. There it is.
Say oops. Wish I had something that was a little bit thinner. Like the X-Acto knife would be really good here, but so yeah, I did not like the way that sealer went, so I was like, oh well, we're just going to have to nix that whole thing. Thank you. Oh,
what?
It's all fuzzy.
Oh, sorry. Didn't even think of it.
Get off me. Get off me. Yeah, until I find a sealer that's gonna work, that had to go to the side. Now, I did pick up a new sealer for this specifically. This was one of the ones that she said worked fairly well across all clay brands. We'll see about that. We're using... What are we using? We're using... just original Sculpy. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you. Alright, so we got our parchment over there. And I'm not gonna say the name of it just yet, because we're gonna try it first. I don't wanna recommend something I haven't used yet. I did open it and smell it, because I was curious how terrible it was gonna smell. It didn't seem too bad. I mean, all sealers kind of have a stench to them, but it wasn't too bad. At the moment, it smelled better than, like, spray sealer. Now, I actually didn't try any spray sealers. This is a very loud motorcycle. I actually didn't try any spray sealers on this because the other two didn't work, so I was like, and I didn't have that much spray sealer, and I needed the spray sealer for something else. So that might be one of the things I try. We'll see. I know the one brush on sealer that I had picked up that I did not like. We're not very zoomed in here, are we? That smelled horrible and continued to smell horrible even after it was dry. Like, it was still giving off stench like weeks afterwards, and I was like, oh god, like, this is terrible. So I never ended up using that on any of my finished pieces because the stench was just overpowering. Even like 2-3 weeks afterwards, I was like, wow. So I kind of gave up on that. And the Mod Podge does leave a ton of brush strokes, so we're gonna see how this goes. I forgot to put parchment down under this, so hopefully we're able to pick it up. I probably should have put that piece of paper scrap that we had under it. And we'll probably do that for the next one just so we can peel it off there a little bit easier. So for those that are new here today, remember, we don't play music on the channel anymore. I did used to use Pretzel, but it got weird, and I actually got one of my VODs muted from it, so I was like, nope, enough of that. Okay, that kind of worked. Alright, I know the edges are a little rough, but we can sandpaper that down and that'll be fine. That's not bad. That's not a bad silhouette. I'm not going to do any of the details on it in clay. I'm going to paint all of that in, which is why we're starting this process so early, because I have to bake them all. And then, oh, speaking of, I have to bake them all and let them cool before we can start the whole sanding process. So I'm thinking, where's our template? So there's our template. Thinking maybe here. Is good enough. I mean, that's probably a little big, but I have to put our hole in. Oh, no! I dropped my stylus. We have to put the hole in ahead of time before we bake it. So we'll put that one on the baking sheet. Okay, our multi-function stylus. Alright, so this piece was big enough where I think we can get a second guy in here. Ew, I do not like the feel that this polymer clay leaves on my hands. It makes them feel like all dried out and shit. Okay. So maybe like that. And we'll cut this extra section off, and we'll wrap that up in our extra ball of clay here for our scrap pieces. Right, I'm just trying to get off some of the extra and get it out of the way. All right. And I know there's probably people out there that do clay all the time, and they're going to be like, you're doing it wrong, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're not doing this. Whatever. I don't do clay all the time. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. But if this sealer does work, we might try to revisit the clay pins. Have to see. I was beginning to think I was gonna have to get UV resin for those, and I didn't want to, but it was sitting in the back of my mind later down the road. So we'll see how the sealer does. Now, I'm not gonna get too obsessed with clean edges at the moment because I do have sandpaper somewhere in my art stuff. Where exactly, I don't remember. I'd seen it when I was cleaning and I was like, oh yeah, now I don't remember if it's in the drawer next to me or if it's in my desk drawer. It could be in either. What the hell song is this? Oh, this song is creepy. I don't like that song. Sorry, I have my own playlist running. I actually have Christmas music playing right now. I have some Sister Hazel Christmas music. I'm like, oh, this is taking a while to start playing. I hit pause it. I have some Sister Hazel Christmas music. I have some Lindsay Sterling Christmas music. I have some Pentatonics Christmas music. So yeah, so we're gonna sand all of these edges down after it's done baking. But that's for after it's done baking, and these won't get baked till tonight, after dinner's done, so it'll be the last thing that gets touched upon tonight. Tomorrow I'm making cookies again. Tomorrow's going to be sugar cookies. Alright, that got lifted up pretty well. Alright, give me... No, I want my template back. Please. Thank you. So yeah, this one's a little bit rougher, but that's okay. Like I said, we'll deal with any of the weird janky bits on the edges. After it's been baked and all that, and we can sand out a lot of the imperfections. I don't know what that was. Kind of looked like a piece of the tool that flaked off. About here. So just want to make sure that that's clear all the way through. Alright, so there's our second one. Have to make sure that my parchment paper doesn't do silly things and like flip them up, so like make it bend upward. Alright. So let's get a little bit more clay worked in. Alright, so I think we're going to do 3 boats. So we'll have to do one more boat. Did I did, okay. Okay. Just get that kind of pliable and workable. Okay, set that to the side. So I hope everybody's weekend was a good one. Sorry if the camera's shaking. Oh, some air bubbles there. That's weird. I've never seen air bubbles in that before. I guess it was the way I was kneading it. It's probably why people do the pasta machines to flatten this stuff out for the most part. I thought about doing the air dry clay, but we had this, so we had this, so it's like, let's just go with that. All right. So, get this all sorted out. Sometimes you have to play with it a little bit. It's also cold in here. Or it's been cold in here, so I can understand why the clay is being a little crumbly. And that's fine. Like, some people will put the clay in like a plastic bag and put it in their pocket and walk around with it for a little bit just to transfer some of the body heat into the clay, to make it a little bit easier to mush if it's like super cold or it's being really super stubborn. That might be a little... This actually seems a little thin compared to... See, like this ball's like fucking hard as shit. I think that this ball was from when we were working on that mixed media, like fairy cottage thing. So I'm just gonna try to get that going here. So yeah, so it is Sunday. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you all had a good weekend. I don't remember much of the weekend. I don't know why, but it was kind of a blur. Get those hands a workout. My goodness. Okay. It's kind of a tougher consistency than like bread dough or something. So, we'll wrap this up in it because this I got a little thinner than I wanted it to be. The other ones are a little bit thicker. Like I said, we're not baking them today because my mom's in the oven, so... And then they have to cool down completely before I can handle them. They don't cool instantly because they're clay, so they retain their heat for a while. So they probably would need like a half an hour or so of maybe a little bit longer of cooling before we could really safely handle them. So you do want to make sure that they're pretty cold so you don't burn yourself and stuff. So since we don't want to rush it, we will bake them later tonight. And then we'll be able to sand them up and start painting them next week. Oh my. That's a lot of sirens. What on earth is that? Oh, I forgot earphones. Fire truck? Or fire rescue? Didn't say on the side. Or it said it in a spot that I couldn't see it. It's just the one though, so maybe it was fire rescue. really crappy Christmas songs on here. I did do a Christmas video as a joke thing for our guild one year. So that's actually on the YouTube channel. I think it's still visible. I don't think I privated it. Wait, is it up there? It might be up there. I think I called it Christmas tree. But it was Lady Gaga for the most of it. And I was like, yeah, we had to make it raunchy. It just fit. So I think it might say Buy Me My Totem or something. That was my old YouTube channel name. But that is me. Just so there's no confusion, that is very much me. That used to be one of my mean character names. Alright, let's get this chunk moved off to the side. Although that Lady Gaga Christmas song is really kind of questionably raunchy in and of its own. I could definitely see this being a strip club song during the holidays. I've never been to a strip club, so I don't know, but I could totally see them doing a skit to this. Totally. Oh, it is not a song for kids to listen to. They may not understand. And if you do let your kids listen to it, there'll probably be adults nearby like, what is wrong with you? I'm sure kids have listened to worse, though. Alright. Grab this. Peel that section off. So this one's probably thicker than the other two. Whoops. Whoopsie-doodles. That's okay. Not a huge deal. This one just might need to cook a little bit longer than the others. Although maybe not. Oh, who's excited for Cowboy Bebop live action? I am. I am all sorts of excited. We don't have Netflix. Our friend might, though. Alright, so I'm just gonna try to fuss with the corners here a little, the edges. Try to get them a little bit in better shape. Now my mom's ones will be a little bit easier. Okay. There. Grab my straight edge. So, again, I'm just kind of This stuff's a little bit soft. It's not like Model Magic soft. But it is softer. Okay. As I pick it up and destroy everything that we just did. Oh, right. We need our... So I'm sorry that I'm putting the hole there, but I think that'll be like the most balanced spot to put that. Oh yeah, that one is a bit thicker than the other two. Oh well. It happens. Alright, so we've got 3 boats. Now, stick our trusty stylus off to the side there. As you can see, I still have some clay embedded on this side too. It's down in the... This was a cutting board. So, multi-purpose cutting board for us. I think I tried washing it and that stuff just didn't want to come out, so I kind of gave up. We'll probably be getting a thorough wash after this as well. Alright. So, just kind of working. Now that's weird. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, my hands aren't matching where I am. Forgot how far behind the stream is. But alright, so I'm just kind of working that new clay in. So we've got 3 boats. Sorry, I'm just fussing with that one. So we've got 3 boats. And I'm thinking maybe we'll do a couple of helmets. Because they're pretty straightforward. And like I said, I am mostly just kind of... I'm not like doing all of the detail work in the clay. Because like I don't have the liquid Sculpy to help attach everything. So I'm just gonna do the base in the clay. And then paint everything else on. That is so crazy, the air bubbles. Although I might be creating them with the way I'm rolling this, that's entirely possible. Alright. Just gonna smooth that out. I might in fact be creating them. Because I'm going back and forth instead of just in one direction. Alright. So I have to figure out what size we want these helmets to be. And honestly, I'm thinking like that. So let's cut these guys out, and I'm just gonna slide them over there. Alright, so thinking cut this off here. Alright. So let's see here. So the helmets are basically a circle that's flat on the bottom. They're like full face, kind of like an astronaut's helmet or like a motorcycle helmet. Here. Just gonna start pulling away from this edge here. So I kind of want it to be circular to start with. That's actually not a bad. Not a bad start there. Of course, it's facing the wrong way, but ow. Will, like, it started to come together to the left. And there is fuzz. So we're gonna get that out of there if we can. And this little bit of texture, we can just sand that off. That's not that big of a deal. Alright, now grab our stylus here once again, because we have to put this in now, because once it's baked, the only way that hole's getting in there is if we drill it, and don't know if that's going to work without shattering it. And then like in here, So like, yeah, like there, like in there will be our face shield that flips up a bit. Yeah. Okay. This piece of fuzz is being stubborn. Alright, so I'll put that helmet on our sheet. Alright, and we'll cut out the next one. All right. Let's get this all cut away. We'll start to work that into our other block there. All right. We'll slide those over. Just trying to get most of the triangular bits off. All right. So get this one's being a little bit easier. So are they going to be perfect? No. They're not going to be perfect. But I tend to find that I'm not quite as fussy in the perfection department when it's something that I'm not used to doing. Because this is definitely way, way out of our wheelhouse. This is a little bit different shaped than the other one, but okay, so we deformed it a little bit when we went to pick it up. I probably should have slid the other thing under there because it was looking pretty good. Alright. So there's our second helmet. Yeah, let me see about scraping up some of this extra stuff that's getting all down in the grooves here. Waste not, want not, right? Although we might just be depositing it back in there, doing it that way. Alright. So Sorry about that. I'm so tired of these automated channels that are just taking over Twitch. Because it's a whole fucking network, and they only have the same, like, 3 base channels running. They might have a bunch of selected, but it's only the same 3 that are ever actually live. And it just irritates the shit out of me because a lot of the video that they're running isn't theirs. This one channel will have video from live cams that are not theirs. You can't do that. That's not your footage. It's not your cam. Because I'm pretty sure the Kansas City Zoo didn't give some channel that's not named Kansas City Zoo permission to use their live cam feed of their penguin exhibit. That's running on YouTube. I've seen it. And it just chaps my ass so bad that they're getting away with it. Probably because the reporting system is a bunch of crap. And it's really kind of designed for those that own it to report it if someone else is using it. So if I will ban those channels or those auto viewers from my chat. If you are actually a person that I banded without any interaction, feel free to contact me and we can have a chat. And I'll think about unbanning you if you know you weren't actually one of those auto bot thingies, but if I feel like you're an auto bot that's not actually counting as a view for me, I'm not left-handed. Doing this left-handed is not working. Okay. Of course, every time I pick it up, I'm destroying what we just did. Oh, wait. This is the more flat edge, isn't it? See about, it doesn't need to be straight back here, but That's like a really badly misshapen helmet, but that's okay. Like I said, we'll be able to sand out some of this stuff. Alright, so there's 3 helmets and 3 boats. I guess now. Hey, Mrs. Rockuru. And Dave? I am safe as I am a Decepticon. Oh wait, who else came in? I saw Zorts as well. Jeez, everybody's coming in. Thanks for the host. Oh, you raided. That's what happened. I turned my head for a second. Everybody's coming in. Hi, guys. We're making Christmas ornaments. So, let me grab my parchment paper here. It's going to be crinkly for a minute. You came in with a whole bunch of people. My goodness. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming on over. Today, oh, fuzz from the cookie sheet. It's not a well-used cookie sheet. It's just for art stuff. So we are making Christmas ornaments, and I know these look like, what the fuck is that? They are little silhouettes of a hydroplane racing boat. My dad used to race them amateurly in the circuit up in the Northeast corridor. So Pennsylvania, Maryland, South Jersey. I think he might have went to Florida once and said never again was he towing the boat on a trailer going down 95 to Florida with it. He's like, no, we're not going that far. So he stopped racing a year after I was born because my mom couldn't handle me alone while she was working, and he was gone for a week or so, or a weekend, dealing with the boat race. So that's our silhouette, and we are cutting these out of polymer clay, and these are little, supposed to be little helmets that you wear. And those are the 3 for my dad. These will get baked, and next week I'll bake these tonight. Next week we'll sand them all down and start painting them. But these are my dad's. Now we're gonna start work on my mom's. Sorry about the crinkles. Parchment paper's crinkly. So we're gonna start to work our clay back together. Get all of our bits and pieces smushed back in. I'm not doing detail on the clay because I don't have liquid Sculpy and I'm not that good with clay. So this is just kind of an experiment, and I had this clay sitting here and I wanted to use it instead of it just sitting there not doing anything. So hope you all are having a good weekend. Because it is the Sundays, or the start of your week. I guess for some people it might be Monday already. One bad thing about clay is that it picks up every piece of fuzz in this house. So we might have some fuzzes and some air bubbles that I seem to keep putting in here. I don't have a pasta machine. Sorry for the thumping. So I can't run it through to flatten it. If I did more clay stuff, I would think about it. But right now I don't do that much clay stuff, so there's kind of no point. It would just be a waste. Alright, so these are the cookie cutters that I got for my mom's thing. This cookie cutter will forever be for clay now, so we're going to do, if I can find a good spot to place you. Kind of an awkward shape. So remember, if you use something for art supplies, like clay, that's it. It's done. You can't use it with food again. It is not advised. Because you never know what might get picked up from the clay. And this came in 3 different sizes. So I have one size that I used on the gingerbread cookies last Monday. Oof. I did not want to come out of there. And don't tear off your little foot. Oh, that came out pretty good. And there's a larger size that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. I don't know if that's going to be used for art or for cookies. And let's tear the extra clay from around this one. Gently tear. All right. So, how is everybody today? Everybody good? Hope everybody's good. So where should we put the hole to hang this one? I don't know. Because we have to put the hole in first. Like, if I put it in the head, it's probably gonna, like, hang like that. It's gonna be very unbalanced. Maybe we have to put it down here. Maybe there. I mean, we could hang it upside down and say it's dead, but, you know, I don't think many people would appreciate that, but, alright, so we got that one off to the cookie sheet and the parchment paper. Oh, what is happening here? So let's see. Now, I don't work with clay a lot, so I'm sure I'm doing all of the things wrong, but we'll see. I just really hope the sealer that we got works and doesn't leave it sticky or glompy. So some of the imperfections on the edges, we're just going to be like, fuck it. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in the sanding process. As soon as I find my sandpaper. So get that hole put in there. Right, we'll do a couple more chickens. I have to make sure that this parchment lays flat so that these aren't all weird and wonky. So probably have to trim that parchment up, but alright, so you said you just hit 50 on your warlock? Nice, very nice. And which is this a challenger warlock? Is this a normal warlock? What you doing with that warlock? I hit 56 on my pacifist, my big pacifist last night. And I got a WoW token last night because they had dropped to 200,000. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to grab it now because every time I decide to wait, it jumps back up another 10 by the time I'm like, oh, let me go get it. And so alright, we're gonna need a little bit more clay worked in here. Oh, this stuff's crumbly. This stuff is cold, that's why. I have to get that going there. So I was just curious as to if this was an iron or a green man or Or maybe a bloodthirsty? I'm the only one that seems to love bloodthirsties right now. Or plays them. I think we've had 2 other people max a bloodthirsty this expansion. It makes me sad. Normal warlock and your iron hunter is just under 20. The passy is just under 24 from all the Halloween buckets. Nice. So this is just plain white Sculpy clay. I had bought a huge box of it when I thought we were going to be doing the pins and the magnets, and then the sealant didn't work out. I've picked up a new sealer. We'll see how it handles. Oh, that's right. We're going to do a test piece to see how the sealer does. So I need to make sure that I have a scrap piece that I throw through the oven just to throw the sealer on to see what it's going to do. To see if I have to try to get some spray stuff. Your Coltiran Passy Druid just hit 28 from the buckets as well. Nice. Very nice. I've been working when I'm able to at night if I have enough energy and clear-mindedness from like midnight to 3 a.m. or like 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. somewhere around in there. I've been hopping on my priest pacifist, my little gnome, and been running her around parts of Bastion, not all of Bastion, because Bastion is scary. Actually, all the zones are scary for a pacifist, to be perfectly honest, in my opinion. But I have to wait until the wee hours because there's like 7 different servers connected to mine. And it gets pretty crazy out there at times. So I have to wait until there's less people around. Because scared to death of getting a prox kill because there was all kinds of people. There was still some people out there killing last night. It kind of surprised me at the time that I hopped out there. Let's see about putting you in there. Your iron hunter is a dark iron. Nice. Very nice. I don't have many of the allied races. That's quite a suction pulling that out of there. I don't have many of the iron races unlocked myself. I do have the light forged Draenei. I have the High Mountain Tauren. I think I cut your foot off. And I have the Mechanomes, and I think the Void Elves. I don't have the Coltiran unlocked. That's it though, right? Is that all I'm missing is the Coltiran? No, I don't have the Orcs unlocked. And I don't have the Vulpira unlocked. I really want to get a Vulpira unlocked. The energy hasn't been there to do it, and the time hasn't been there to do it. I'm not even sure what I have to do to unlock them, to be perfectly honest. That's going to take some research. But I've just been so busy dealing with everything else life has been throwing at us. Okay, so these guys are a little bit thinner than that last chicken, but that's okay. Clean you up a little bit. Hopefully your foot doesn't snap off. So you could do this with, you just open the Mechanomes. Last one to do is Zandalari. You know what? I don't think I have the Zandalari unlocked either. I forgot they were Zandalari for the Volpira is just the quest line in the desert. Okay. So I have to go do that. Yeah, there's a lot of the horde races I don't have unlocked. Alright. Well, that came out pretty clean. So, you know, this is just a cheap cookie cutter. Well, cheap. Mine were $10 for a set of 3 in 3 different sizes. This was the baby size. And the big size is like the size of my hand, if not a little bit bigger. I'm gonna have to wash the stylus. Kills me putting that hole in the middle, but not a whole lot we can do about that. So my dad's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So we should do 6 chickens then. I was thinking about doing a barn too, but I don't know. That seems kind of like she's not going to care about the barn. I don't think. So maybe we can expand the farmyard for her next year, and we can do like pig faces. That's what we could do. We could get her own mini tree next year if finances allow, and we can expand the ornament collection, and then they can each have their own tree, and we can make like some classic car ornaments for his. There you go. Okay, we might have over-exaggerated that hole just a little bit. But, alright, so we need to do, what, 2 more for her? Alright. So yeah, this is just regular old Sculpy. But yeah, you know, that's an idea. So, like, even if you go and, like, get, like, the cheap set of holiday cookie cutters that, you know, what are they, like $10-15 for like a bucket, and they've got all of the, like the reindeer, the snowman, the stars, all that stuff, the stockings, the mittens. You can do that with those too. Just don't use them for cookies. You know, if you want to make them for cookies and ornaments, go ahead and like buy 2 sets, or pick out ones that you don't think would make good cookies, like they look too delicate or something, because you know some of those legs on like the reindeer ones are a little questionable. They never seem to survive the cookie cutting process, for me at least. You know, and if you want to turn those into the ornaments, you can go ahead and do that. But since it is Sculpy, we'll have to bake all of that when we get done. But like I said, since the oven's in use, my mom's doing baked potatoes or something, we're making pizza for dinner. These won't get baked until later tonight, so we won't like later tonight, well after stream. And then they have to cool down because they do get pretty hot. I mean, you don't bake them very high. I think it's, what is it, 165 or something like that Fahrenheit. Maybe. I gotta look at the box. That's why we saved the box. The baking directions are on there. Let's see. But still, I mean, they retain the heat and they're too hot to handle. Bake on an oven-proof glass or metal surface. 275, excuse me. 275 Fahrenheit, 130 Celsius for 15 minutes per quarter inch. Do not microwave, do not overbake, because it can burn. Wash hands after use. Sorry, I couldn't read it. The stupid price sticker was over it. So yeah, like 2 $2.75. So this was like a 3-pound box of clay that cost me like $30, but I had a coupon. So, all right, and yeah, definitely wash your hands really well after you're done, and make sure you get out from underneath your fingernails and everything. It feels like it has like a film that it leaves on your hands a little bit. So since we're making pizza later, I'm gonna have to just make sure I really wash my hands good. Probably a couple times. Some people do use like latex or Playtex gloves, or the nitrate gloves, some kind of hand protection, because they don't like the feel that it leaves on them. If I had gloves that would actually securely fit my hands without flopping off, I probably would have. But all of the gloves I've ever tried to wear are just a little too big for my hands. They don't want to fit right. All of the fuzz ever. Where's this fuzz coming from? It's just there. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 more chickens. So, oh, we're pulling clay up now. So the anniversary event kicks off in WoW tomorrow, you guys. I haven't started the article yet. I'll be working on that tonight, after dinner. Probably while these guys are in the oven. Come on. There we go. Like, I'm not gonna end up getting all of the fuzz out, just the more noticeable ones. We have animals, so there's fuzz. It's just the way it is. And then I end up putting it right back in the clay. Oh, Nisi, what are you doing? It's gonna be one of those days. Alright. I might have to re-roll this, because I don't think I can get too out of here. Alright. Oh. Oh! He didn't want to come up. Alright. Can I get you right there, maybe? Okay. Creates quite a section on that clay. Alright. And we still have to do our test piece, too. So, yeah. So we're not doing anything too fantastic today. We're just it's kind of prep work. But I figured, you know, you guys would want to see that. So this was a, we made this. Oh, I guess I should have put tape on the second half of it too. That we took a photo of my dad's boat with him in it, and we traced around the silhouette of the boat. Or Russell did, because we had another idea that didn't work out. And he printed that out for me at about the size that I wanted, and then I just traced around the outer edge in a Sharpie marker so that I could see it a little bit better. And that was on printer paper, so I cut that out and put it on a piece of cardboard, like really thin cardboard, like cereal box cardboard. Attached it to that, then cut around it just so we had a little bit of a better template that wasn't quite as flimsy as just the printer paper. And I taped the front half because this was peeling up, and I was like, oh. It's like, I can't have you wandering away on me just yet. So, Zorts, if you're still here, you're probably not. You probably wandered away. I tried Firefox after I got 3 errors in a row trying to watch the show last night. And I didn't have the issue happen after that, but Stir said he's had the issue happen on the latest version of Firefox. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I think it's Twitch, to be perfectly honest. I think it's something on Twitch's end at this point. Because some people are having it, some people aren't. It's fucking annoying. It's not me, because I don't have it happen on my end while the stream is going. It never happens on my preview. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Russell thinks it might be something with their ad system, because like on the 4th reload it gives me an ad, and I'm just like, really? I don't know what is up with this error 3000 that keeps happening, but alright, so now we have to make an extra one to test the sealer on. It doesn't have to be anything super fantastic. Alright. So we're just gonna re-knead the clay. So yeah, I don't know what is up with that error 3000. It's not anything that Lita's doing. It's something on Twitch, we think, now, based on our collective attempts. Zaya watches using Microsoft Edge, and he says he never has that error show up. He hasn't had it yet, so I don't know. So I did start work on the shaman again. So this week we're going to have, on Wednesday, we're going to be working on the shaman, the warrior, oh my god, I just drew a complete blank. The shaman, the warrior, the druid, the monk. There was someone else we were working on. Who was it? Because it was warrior, druid, monk. Oh, the demon hunter and the death knight. That's it. Oh my god, my brain. Wow. That was pretty bad. Completely drew a blank on them. So yeah, we're gonna have 5 bloods that we're gonna work on, and then we might take the baby pacifist down in front, the hunter that just hit 30 last week. We'll take them out for a spin, and we'll see how they do. Alright, so let's see here. What shape do we want our test one to be? I mean, it doesn't have to be all that grand. We could just do a square. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really have to be anything. It can just be a piece of clay that we've thrown in there, because I just want to see what this sealant is going to do. Alright. Why do I hear talking?
Because they're outside talking.
Alright, so there's my test piece over there, and don't know if I have room on the cookie sheet. I don't think I do. But, I kind of feel like we should have our own ornament for our tree. Maybe we'll start a new tradition. That's kind of big though. What did happen? What did happen? What did happen? What did my brain stopped working today. What happened here? Did I glue these together? Oh, these were glued together. Oh, okay. Never mind. Those were supposed to be glued together and I just ripped them all apart. Alright. So let's do that there. That there. I think that was my guide that I had set up for the magnets. Alright. So maybe like a postage stamp size, kind of. Completely uneven, and that is okay. We'll give one to the husband to paint. And I'll paint the other one. We need more ornaments on our tree anyway, because we're not going to have money to buy any extra ones this year. Okay. And I know the edges are a little bit flared out, but that's alright. They look like a little mini canvas. Maybe we can paint a Bob Ross scene on it. Oh, that's fun. We could do that. Not with the oil paints. We'll do it in acrylic as best as possible, but we could do that. Alright, so there's that piece. If I can find a spot on the tray for it. I'm gonna have to trim down that. And this we're not gonna throw away. We're gonna save that. We'll put that back in the box. That's still usable. Yeah, so that's an idea. We could do that. They look like little mini canvases. Oh god, I don't know if I have a brush small enough. I probably do. Alright. And like I said, we'll have to sand all of those edges down. That's my new project tonight, is looking for my sandpaper and I'll or tomorrow. I could do that tomorrow. It's dealing with all that. I'll probably try to get most of them sanded ahead of time. And maybe we'll just sand one or two on stream, and the rest I'll do on my own. Although the chicken's cut pretty clean. I'm happy the way that worked. That worked out pretty well. Let me stick you right there for now. So let's bring over our tray. I'm going to have to adjust this. Sorry for the crinkles. Okay. Might have to adjust how these guys are sitting on here. Alright, so there's our two like little mini canvas guys. And we'll put our chickens down here. We'll stick one of the helmets there. I think I have to put like a piece of foil on top. Just to help make sure that everything's heating evenly and to keep it from burning. This was our test piece here. Alright, so there's one of the boats. The boats definitely need some needs some sanding happening there. Alright, and I want to make sure that this is gonna sit flat. I don't want these weirdly curled or anything. This is still sitting a little wonky. This is just regular baking parchment. So nothing fancy there. You can get that at the grocery store. Alright. So, I think that's gonna do it for today. You have chickens, squares, circles. What's the other one? That's a boat. My dad raced hydroplane boats. So, they kind of looked like that. Let me see if I can find a photo. Hey, Russell!
Yarvol!
What happened to that photo?
Which photo?
The photo you traced.
I think it's still in the scanner.
Can I have that?
Yeah, I'll have to dig the scanner out.
Russell has it. He never gave it back to me. It shouldn't take him more than a minute to grab that. I think he's grabbing it. I'm trying to listen to see if he's grabbing it. Because I'm not sure. I don't think I have a copy of it on my computer. Let me check real quick. I don't think I do. Let me see here. I may. But I think I kinda eyeballed his painting last year. Off the photo. I don't think I did a digital layout of it. I'm not seeing it. There it is. Okay. Alright, so husband. So my dad used to race these. Definitely the amateur version. This photo's from... Does it say? No, sometimes when they printed pictures, they would put the date on the back, like the year. Just said this paper manufactured by Kodak. So it's a little fuzzy, so I think this was it would have had to have been the 70s at some point. So the circles are the helmets. We'll make them look more helmety once we start doing the painting details. But it's kind of the silhouette of his boat, sort of, as best as we could do. So we're gonna paint those up and try to do it in the color scheme that his boat was in, and we'll see if we can make that happen. Because even after he stopped, he had to sell his boat. I think when I turned a year old or something, my mom made him. And so not quite as fancy as the professional hydroplane boats. The class that he was in didn't have like the dome that came down on top of his boat. He was an open driver position, so kind of like a cross between a skiff and a hydroplane, kind of, since he was sitting up and didn't have the safety encapsulation going on over him. A lot of the professional hydroplane boats that you will see today will have the dome over them. Let me see if I can find one example real quick here. Hydroplane boat. Images on Google. So there's all different kinds and models. So a lot of the ones that you'll see racing today will kind of look like, let me see if I can find a realistic example here. Let's say this. Let me save that and we'll put that in reference. So let me grab that real quick. So let me see, that's gonna be PC data. Oh no, that's right, that shouldn't be there. It's I just saw where it went to. It's in here. Here it is. So, where is it? Okay. Why is that not? Where is it? It's not showing. Where is it? It's not on my screen. Yes. Do it. Make it visible. I don't know. Where are you? Oh, we didn't put coffee up today. Where's coffee? There's like so many different squares here. Alright, let me just do a new one. Where's the image? That's fine. Let me grab the image. Is Momo asleep?
Not anymore.
He just made a noise.
What kind of noise?
Like his like sleepy noise. So this is like the hydroplanes that you'll see racing today. Similar. With like the enclosed driver seating, and they'll have the tail fins and stuff. These are like the more professional level ones. And in this weekend, actually in Key West, they're having the offshore boats. So kind of like the cigarette boats, or like the offshore. They used to call them like the drug running boats, because they would be the high speed ones that would try to outrun the border patrol and shit. But those are racing in the Key West Harbor this weekend. They're probably done for the day today, but those are more of like your square, not square, but more like triangular. They don't look like this. Those are a different type of boat. But yeah, so this is the hydroplane boat that my dad raced. So we're gonna try to at least do the silhouette of it as best we can, so he has a Christmas ornament to put on the tree that he has in his room. And we'll be able to sand a lot of these imperfections out and stuff. So that's what we're doing for the two of them. She's getting chickens. He's getting a helmet and boat. This is going to be for our tree, for me and Russell. We'll each do a little painting. And then we'll date them. And then this is just my test piece to see how this sealant is going to work. before I put it on the other guys to make sure that I'm not about to fuck something up terribly and reach the point of no return. So that's gonna do it for today, you guys. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, that's at NacyBGN. I post arty pictures, I post wild challenges stuff. I sometimes scream into the void out of frustration. You know, all of those things. We have a Kofi page that has a small gallery of the art stuff I've done. And you can follow the link at the bottom of the page. I think that should take you to it. Forgot to put that up earlier. We also have the Etsy shop. There are some things up there. The Bob Ross painted magnets that are about 4 inches in diameter. They have the wood bark still around the outside of them. Those have been reduced from $15 down to $10, so grab those while you can. And also we have the YouTube channel where we archive all of the live streams. There are several different playlists over there, from wild challenges to Minecraft to arty things. So feel free to give that a looky-see, and maybe give that a subscribe over there. It is free to do so, and that will help me out over there in trying to get monetized on that end, because we've got a long way to go. We need to get 1,000 subs over there, which is free, and we need to get our watch hours up. So I think we have to reach 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. And we're trying. I think we're at 132 subs over there. So we still have a long way to go on the subs, but the watch hours, we're working on that. So yeah. Next stream will be on Wednesday this week. We will be doing wild challenges, the Bloodthirsty challenge leveling. We'll be working on the Bloodthirsties, and we'll be doing the pacifist too, the one pacifist. The WoW Challenges anniversary starts on Monday. I will try to have that write-up out sometime Monday afternoon. Give me a little bit, though. Just keep an eye on the website and on the WoW Challenges news section of the Discord, and on the WoW Challenges Twitter, because it will be posted in all 3 places there. Oh, and on the WoW Challenges Facebook page when that goes up. There's a couple of things I think I might have to look at, so I have to get up and get in game and take a look-see. Some of the stuff that I'm going to look at I think is already off the table, but so it might not matter, but I just want to make sure there's no weird surprises. So just give me a few minutes to hop in game and get my thoughts together and make sure there's no weird surprises, because I'm not sure if the article that Wowhead put up was the finished updated article, or if they're going to have another updated article come Monday. We'll see. And guess what? Next week, I think, is it next week? Next week might be Pilgrim's Bounty starting. So those 2 are going to be running simultaneously at some point, because the anniversary runs until December 6th. So we have all of the things and stuff about to happen. Yeah. So Thursday we'll be doing Minecraft and working some more on our city. I've been trying to get some more sandstone smelted for that, and make sure that we're all set to go there. And Friday we'll be back in Planet Zoo. Sorry, this Friday's Planet Zoo stream was much later than normal. I had an incident where we had to replace my chair unexpectedly. I was in way too much pain to sit here, and even for like a half an hour I was like fidgeting and crying because I was in pain, and I fucked up my lower back again. My tailbone area flared up, so this seems to be helping to a degree, so yay. Hopefully it keeps helping, because if we can't sit here to stream, we've got a problem. So yeah, so we're working on all of those things, and then next Sunday we'll have more arty things going on. If you're part of the WoW Challenges community and you have a list of your characters that did not survive over the past year, feel free to send that list in to Lita at the podcast, or through Twitter or Discord or Facebook. or you can give them to me. I'll make sure she gets them one way or another, and those will be read out live on the air. I'm going to be helping with co-host duties, I think. We might have someone else helping with co-hosting, but we don't know yet. We might. I hope we have some other people send their lists in, because my list is pretty much non-existent. I haven't had anybody die this year. So, I don't have a death list for this year. My death list is 0 at the moment. I flagged challengers, purposely for testing, but, I didn't actually kill anybody, so... To me, it's a death, not a flag, so... But, that's just my perception of it, so... You guys have a great week. Stay safe out there. Hang in there. And we'll try to get through this together. I know it's a bit of a shorter art stream today, but that's okay, because I have to go make the husband dinner anyhow. Yeah, so... Thanks, you guys. I appreciate the time. Zorts, thanks for the raid. Thanks for the follow. Fanto? I don't see the rest of the name. Phantom Dragon. Okay, there we go. I had to slide the thing out. So thank you for the follow. Yeah, you guys enjoy your week. Stay sane out there. Or if you go crazy, go safe crazy, not crazy crazy. Don't hurt nobody. Our level of sanity here is a little questionable at times, but we're the okay, insane, and crazy. We're the harmless kind. So yeah, I will see you guys all on Wednesday. If you need to get in touch with me before then, you know how to do it through Twitter or Discord. And until next time, have a good one.